Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome. Hi, my name is Sarah and I make a lot of special effects tutorials, mostly around Halloween time, some beauty tutorials, and a little bit of DIY in between. I'm going to be throwing a lot of information at you guys today because I'm going to be going over the new Jeffree Star launch, which is going to be the summer 2018 launch, which includes the Thirsty palette, as well as all the liquid lipsticks he's launched. I did not end up getting any of the lip scrubs because honestly I have a lot of them already, and when you're buying this collection on your own it can get kind of pricey. Totally worth it, but just a little bit of a side note there that I won't be going over any of the lip scrubs in today's video. With that being said, I'm going to be going over, as I said, the Thirsty palette as well as all of the liquid lipsticks. I did buy the entire bundle collection, so I'm going to be going over swatches of both the palette and liquid lipsticks, as well as comparisons, price point, everything like that, all that good stuff. So if you want to know all my thoughts as well as all that information, then just keep watching. Alright, so to actually start off, the Thirsty palette did come in this packaging right here, which is orange like a popsicle or like summer, but it does say Thirsty on it, and then it just has some like melty drips coming down, as well as some actually raised parts, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Then you flip it over and it just shows ingredients and such like that, showing that it is cruelty free, as is his entire brand, as well as vegan. It doesn't actually specify that it is, but all of his liquid lipsticks are said to be, as he states. As for the packaging for the liquid lipsticks, from the front all you see is again the orange packaging, as well as the little droplets, and then the Jeffree Star logo that is holographic. That's holographic, right? I think it is. I'm pretty sure. Homosexuals, please don't come for me. Opening up the packaging, it takes to the actual palette itself, which again is that kind of orange feel, only this one has the actual like popsicle look to it. Still has the raised drips, like you can literally feel the difference. As well as all of the liquid lipsticks. As I said, I did buy the bundle, so I got all of them. So for the actual component itself, it's the exact same as all his other ones size-wise, but the lid and what the lid sets into is orange instead of just its regular color, whatever collection he launches. Now I'm going to be getting into the swatches for the palette. The first swatch is going to be done with my finger as I swirl it around in the product 3 times, and then the second one is going to be done with 3 dips of a brush. So the first row is going to be 5 mattes, and that's going to be Parched, Taste Buds, Bitch, Kumquat, and Stroke. The second set of swatches are from the middle row, which are said to be ultra metallic colors. The first one being Divine, Filthy Rich, Lick, Snatched, and Plunge. The third set of swatches is from the third row. Again, all mattes, and these are 5 once again. Subtle, Quench, Submerge, Splash, and Drizzle. Now we all know that a lot of these swatches that are put onto the internet or just done in general don't show the color payoff, or maybe show too much of the color payoff of the actual colors themselves. So do keep that in mind with the swatches, but everybody likes to see swatches for whatever reason. I know I do, can't think of the reason, but that is them. So firstly, let's talk about the Thirsty palette. Alright, so this palette does retail for $48 USD, which is US funds. Unfortunately, I'm in Canada, so it's a little bit more expensive for me, but that's besides the point. There are 15 shades in this palette, which translate into each shadow or each pan of eyeshadow being $3.20 each. The pan size is quite a bit bigger than normal eyeshadow pans, so it is a pretty good amount of product you get for the money you're paying, in my opinion. So the description of this palette online on the Jeffree Star website is that it has 10 matte shades and 4 ultra metallic shades. Now let's talk about the lipsticks. Each of these liquid lipsticks are $18, which is a regular price for any Jeffree Star Cosmetics liquid lipstick. They can be bought individually or as a bundle for $105. If you buy them all individually though, they equal up to $144, which buying them in the bundle actually saves you $39. Decided to include this because I did actually want to purchase one by one, but then actually like doing the math, I realized that it would be a lot cheaper to buy them all as a bundle. I only wasn't interested in like 2 of them, which I ended up liking anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but I did buy them as a bundle. Time to get into the lipstick swatches. Huntington Beach, named after Jeffree's hometown, this bright teal is sure to turn heads all summer. Cherry Wet, the color of fresh cherry juice. This shade is a mouth-watering, vibrant red/pink hybrid. Soft Serve, create the perfect natural pout with this gorgeous peachy nude. We have Coral Fixation, A stunning vibrant coral that is definitely not for the faint of heart. Yummy. The shade is a gorgeous burnt orange with a subtle glitter that is super pretty on the lips. Thirst Trap. A full metallic beige champagne that makes a statement on its own, or in the center of an ombre lip. Fudge Pop. This warm tone metallic brown with glitter reflex in it is a definite must-have for anyone that loves to rock a bold lip. 818. Named after the Calabasas area code, this bright pink / coral is the older sister to our mega popular shade 714. Now, as with all of my liquid lipstick videos, I'm going to be doing comparisons. These comparisons are going to be basically just to help you guys out. They can be anything from the same company, like Jeffree Star, just one that looks kind of similar, so if you have one in your collection, you really don't need the other. Or they could be a dupe, meaning something quite a bit cheaper that it has the same realm of whatever color you're going for. So going into these swatches and comparisons, I want to start out with one of my favorite shades in this entire collection, and that is Cherry Wet. This is actually the color I'm wearing on my lips right now. And the closest I found to this is Sizzle from ColourPop, which is a ultra matte lip. Next up is Huntington Beach, which I found was a close dupe to Mermaid Blood. Mermaid Blood, though, is a darker and more in the realm of a blue teal versus a greener teal. Next up is Yummy compared to Pumpkin Pie. They are really only similar in the color family, and also the fact that if you manipulate either one of them with your fingers, it's going to further activate the glitter within them, making them more of a glitter metallic versus just a regular metallic, which is honestly really cool for either of them in my opinion. The next one I wanted to get into is Fudge Pop, which honestly is a really cool color. The closest one I found to it was ColourPop's Ultra Matte Lip in Cloudscape, although it is a totally different consistency. The ColourPop one is a ultra matte lip versus Fudge Pop is a metallic, which I personally do not have anything like this in my collection, so I'm super happy to have this one. Next up is Soft Serve, which I found most similar to Exaggerated, a ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip. And then we have Thirst Trap, which I found to be kind of similar to Pussy Whipped. The next one is one that you've probably been waiting for if you really want to actually buy this collection. I totally just did a sneak peek on camera. So much has been said about this color so far, saying that it is super close to the color 714, which I think is 2 years ago for the Jeffree Star collection. It is the color 818. They're incredibly similar in color, however in tone, 714 is definitely a lighter version. And on the site it does say that 818 is the older sister to 714, so Jeffree Star has openly stated that they are very similar shades, which it obviously is a Jeffree Star Cosmetics lipstick, so it's not exactly a dupe, but if you have Pussy Whip, then you really don't need Thirst Trap. Plus Pussy Whip I find is quite a bit more opaque than Thirst Trap, but that I will be getting into later on in my final thoughts. Speaking of final thoughts, let's wrap it up. Let's talk the palette first. I obviously did do a makeup look with this, so I did try some of these shades out. I did find that Parched had quite a bit of kickback compared to any of the other shades. I mean, with being how pigmented these shades were, having kickback is not really a surprise for any eyeshadow palette ever, because kickback is kind of inevitable a lot of the time. However, Parched had a little bit more kickback than I was really used to from a Jeffree Star palette, but I was still glad that that shade was in there. Now, as for the ultra metallic shades, first things first, Divine and Filthy Rich seem to be almost more of a pressed glitter and like almost a little bit more grittier than the rest of the shades. However, I would almost describe all of those ultra metallic shades as basically pressed glitters. I did put them on my eyes for today, which you guys will see in my next video, which is going to be a 3 looks 1 palette with this guy, so keep a watch out for that. The mattes in this palette though are extremely blendable shades. I absolutely love them. I love how bright the shades are. There are literally no other palettes that I have in my collection, or that I can even think of off the top of my head, that are anywhere close to the brightness of this palette, as well as like the color range that it has. It does have very neutral colors, but it also has ultra metallics, pressed glitter, but it also does have those very nice matte shades that are both bright and matte. Personally, I was a little bit afraid of this palette just because I thought it probably wouldn't have a shade that was close enough to my skin tone to use as a transition shade, which is essentially as it sounds. If you need to blend a shade out a little bit more into your skin tone, you can do it with that shade. Alright, so that is it for today's video. I hope I didn't overwhelm you guys too much with all this information and output that I had, but I just wanted to get this all in one video out to you guys as soon as possible because I did receive this quite a bit later than everybody else that I have seen online received it. About almost a week, I would say. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!